Thank you for joining us again tonight on the news. I'm your host, William Hoon.
And I'm Ethan Reyes.
Now to the disaster that struck earlier today. At 2:46 p.m., a 9.1 magnitude earthquake originating 231 miles northeast of Tokyo hit the east coast of Japan, destroying many homes and taking lots of lives. Not long after it hit, a 30-foot tsunami slammed into the east coast, obliterating everything in sight.
Worse yet, the tsunami struck Fukushima Daiichi nuclear power plant, causing the power to shut down. The reactors overheated and caused a massive nuclear meltdown. Nuclear power experts predict that this will lead to birth deformities in the years to come.
Now to Davin on the scene in Fukushima, Japan.
Thank you, Will. As you can see, the damage is critical to Fukushima. 17 power plants have been taken out by the tsunami, taking out nearly 30% of the power here in Japan. Here I found a citizen in Fukushima to talk to me about the tsunami. So, what do you think about the damage here in Japan?
The damage to our city is catastrophic. I'm not sure if we will be able to recover from this devastating event. I run a small fishery that was destroyed, and it will be many months before I will be able to reopen.
Thanks for your cooperation. The survivors of the tsunami are currently being evacuated out of Fukushima due to the damaged power plants. Obviously, with all these buildings destroyed, it will be many years before the city will fully recover. According to the Japanese government, the total cost of this disaster is around $300 billion US. The current death toll is 20,000, with more than 2,500 still missing. Back to you, Ethan, with more facts on the catastrophe.
Thank you, Davin. Our hearts go out to all the victims of the earthquake and tsunami. The earthquake is the fourth largest earthquake in the world and has resulted in hundreds of aftershocks, dozens of which have reached higher than 6 on the Richter scale. Will, I understand you have a few surviving tips on surviving an earthquake and tsunami.
I indeed do. Now, when in an earthquake, you want to get down on your hands and knees so that the earthquake doesn't knock you down. Then, you put your hands over your head and neck to protect yourself from falling debris. Go to a doorway, as those are some of the sturdiest parts of the building and are the least likely to collapse on you. When faced with the tsunami, you want to get to high ground and away from the coast as quickly as humanly possible. Remember, save yourself, not your belongings.
Thank you for all those surviving tips, Will. Well, that's all the time we have for tonight. Thank you for joining us, and be sure to come back tomorrow night. I'm Ethan Reyes.
And I'm William Hoon. Good night.